Now that I'm free, not one person has stepped to me. In their house, I was under their turf. The second I threatened their control, they flipped it into rage and violence to shut me down. That was their only weapon, was intimidation. But outside their walls, on neutral ground, they can't use those tactics. Rage doesn't work when you're not trapped. And violence doesn't work when you're free. That's why they're silent now. Where's the smoke now? I was never weak. I was just outnumbered and outpowered in their environment. Now that I'm on my own, my intelligence and my authenticity are stronger than any narcissistic tactics that they could throw my way. Because I have clarity and I have emotional intelligence that rip through every facade they've built. I calmly point out the truth. I don't need to raise my voice, but they'd crumble because they have no defense against reality. I don't play games, I expose. And that's why they stay quiet. They know deep down if I gave them that opening, I'd dismantle them alive, piece by piece, with nothing but my presence and the truth. Real recognizes real, and fake gets exposed by default. I operate in truth. I act from my feelings. I don't hide behind manipulation. That exposes anybody who relies on deceit and control. I'm emotionally intelligent. I see patterns, I see motives, I see weaknesses clearly. That makes it impossible for anyone to gaslight me. I have boundaries without fear. They can't corner me or intimidate me the way they used to. Authenticity is out in the open, so they can't twist the story. I can assert my truth without fear now. I'm no longer cornered. All my rage and calling out energy can no longer be suppressed. I'm ready to be stepped to and confronted. I know they've all seen my TikTok videos. Where's the confrontation? Where's the smoke? She has a lot to say, keeps my name in her mouth to other people. Say my name, Mom. To me, directly. In her house, she had the upper hand. Now that I'm outside, she can't corner me physically or emotionally. I can't be bullied. I can't be pushed. I can't be silenced. I can't be gaslit. It shifts the power to me. I exist freely and speak my truth freely online and in person. That shows people clearly who's real and who's fake. I don't confront her directly anymore because I'm not going to give her leverage to try to manipulate the situation again. I'm not going to give her a face-to-face argument. She can sit with her own weaknesses in silence because directly confronting her just triggers her rage. By simply just being free and visible and calm, my collected energy exposes her while giving her a stage to act out. The silence is really telling. It proves everything. Their strength only existed when they could corner me and control me. So I'm challenging them, now that I'm out, to step out as the person they pretend to be. And they can't. They could manipulate me, intimidate me, push me, but outside of their environment, they're powerless. If she really believed she had anything to say, she'd confront me. It's admission that she has nothing real to say now that I'm free. I'm not scared of her. She can't corner me, she can't hurt me now, and she knows it. They assume that proximity and history gave them influence. But I see human behavior, dynamics, clearly, and I read people like a book. These people freeze, they withdraw, they avoid confrontation because they can't compete with my wisdom, my clarity, and my presence. I operate from confidence and authenticity, which is something they can't do. Underestimating me was their fatal mistake. They miscalculated my insight and my strength. They're exposed, they're powerless, and they're irrelevant. It's hilarious because they always labeled me naive, dumb, but the reality couldn't be further from the truth. Their words were assumptions, projections, and attempts to undermine me. I'm confident, I'm wise, fully aware of human behavior. It's like watching them trying to cast shade while I'm standing here untouchable. Their narrative falls apart on its own. I can't survive in the face of my clarity. A lot to say about me battling POTS. I was surviving in their house while my body was struggling. I needed understanding and warmth. Treated like crap. I was dismissed, and my situation was minimized. I was judged for having needs, for having feelings, and for getting hurt, and for my body struggling and being honest about it. Being bedridden. I didn't lie. I didn't exaggerate. showing up fully honest as myself, yet no acknowledgement, zero care, zero empathy, and that's on them. My strength and independence were forged in the absence of their support, in spite of their cruelty. These experiences gave me clarity, emotional intelligence, and the ability to read human behavior. I lived it. I faced manipulation, neglect, abuse, faced these real life dynamics, came out stronger and wiser. Every time I was betrayed, hurt, it strengthened my insight. I clock anybody's energy. I see everything. I know what's going on. I can see beneath the surface. I can see past the games. Ones who looked down on me, who judged me, criticized my genuineness, my empathy, my openness, depth of my feeling. They thought I was a problem for expressing how much I hurt, for how much I felt, for being real and not fitting their shallow mold. I'm not the one with the problem. The real problem is their avoidance, their narcissism, their surface level behavior. So really, who's superior here? My light, my depth, my presence exposes them without even trying. Thought they could judge me, control me, diminish me. It's almost so funny watching it unfold. They're trying to compete with me in a game they can't even play. Without independence, you're trapped in their drama, their control, their avoidance. Like you give them ammo to keep you small. Not one person has stepped to me. Independence is so important in families like mine. It's not safe to rely on them. Survival demands independence. A simple favor from them can open up judgment, manipulation, or abuse. Instead of support, you'll get criticism, gaslighting, and emotional punishment. Giving them a chance to wield control, even as something as small as a favor. The moment you step into their territory, it's like giving them ammo to assert dominance over you. Your clarity, your boundaries are shields. They protect you from toxic cycles and toxic people. Staying independent isn't optional, it's necessary. I do hope she finds the Holy Spirit. I do hope she gets saved and finds real transformation. She can finally see the truth so she can heal, stop perpetuating a cycle of hurt. My prayers are for her soul to become born again. Because if she was truly born again with the Holy Spirit, I wouldn't have been put through abuse, neglect, or manipulation.